In this installment, we're going to be going over the MLB bet slate for Monday, June 10th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our June 10th MLB slate we got going on for Monday. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget about the Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetsJetsD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91. And don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 5.72 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 10K, and we are well on our way. You guys continue to show that love and support because if you continue to like and comment and subscribe, it's going to grow our audience to a broader one, and it helps that YouTube algorithm as well. All right. If you're not subscribed, I highly recommend you join the YouTube and Patreon community that we're building. There's a tons of people there to support you and bounce off ideas other than me as well. All right, so that is the type of community that we're building on there. So please hit that subscribe button right now, this second, and let's get into this slate. I'm so excited to announce I have partnered with BetStamp and SIGNUP Expert to provide you guys with an easier way to sign up with any sportsbook in your area. If you go to the link in the description down below, you will be directed to this page you see here. It automatically displays all available sportsbooks in your area plus their current promotions. For example, you could take the plays given in this video and apply it to any other sportsbooks you don't currently have and reap the rewards. Now let's get into the slate. First game up on the slate we got going on, Baltimore Orioles 42-22 going up against the Tampa Bay Rays 31-34. Looking at the current odds here, we have the road favorites in the Baltimore Orioles -155 on the money line, with the comeback of the Tampa Bay Rays at a +125. The total runs are set at a 7.5. Very low total here because we have a very good pitching matchup. For the public bet percentage, 73% of the bets, but 82% of the money is going to be on that Tampa Bay Rays side. So a lot of the sharp money here is coming in on the Tampa Bay side here, expecting the Rays to show up against these Orioles. The total runs here, 94% of the bets, 96% of the money towards the over 7.5. Very surprising to see here because the pitching matchup here is Corbin Burnes, 6-2, 2.26 ERA against Ryan Peapot. He is 4-2 with a 3.96 ERA. Corbin Burnes, we already know this is one of the elite pitchers we got in the MLB right now. And Ryan Peapot, he's been solid for the Tampa Bay Rays, but he does have huge home road splits. All right, in 34 innings at home, he has a 5.24 ERA, giving up 20 runs and 5 home runs. All right, so there's a lot of question marks here on this side for Ryan Peapot going up against this very, very dangerous Baltimore Orioles. Plus, you add the fact that Corbin Burnes, he is very rare where he has an off day, and he's going to be coming to pitch a no-hitter on that mound here. So I'm going to be going with the Orioles here on the money line. I like them at a -155. I wouldn't get too cocky with the run spread at a 1.5. And if I'm choosing a total, I am going to lean towards the over 7.5, actually, just because I think that the Oriole bats will be able to get to the Rays, Peapot, and that bullpen. And I also do see at least 1 or 2 runs for Corbin Burnes given up here, but in a very, very solid outing. In Target Field, we have the Colorado Rockies here, 23-42, going up against the Minnesota Twins, 34-31. Looking at the current odds here, Twins are at home, -210 on the money line. This is a team that much needs a win here. On the comeback here are the Colorado Rockies at a +170, and the total runs are set at a 8.5. All right. For the public bet percentage, 91% of the bets, 62% of the money is coming in on the Minnesota Twins here. So we get a little bit of sharp money coming in on that Colorado side. So very interesting to see here, but this is a very, very ugly matchup. All right, total runs 85% of the bets towards the over, 89% of the money towards the over as well. For these two starting pitchers here, we have Dakota Hudson, 2-7 with a 5.25 ERA. Has been absolutely putrid this year, and so has Chris Paddock, 4-3 with a 5.26 ERA. All right. For Dakota Hudson, he has no strikeout stuff at all. He's putrid against lefties, and he's given up a 1.61 home run per nine, a batting average of 286, a whip of 1.86, and the xFIP is at 5.66. So across the board, he is struggling against both sides, especially lefties here. And for Chris Paddock, he has home road splits, all right? On the road, his ERA is 8.20, but at home, it is 3.26. All right, so that's the positive note here for Chris Paddock. He does pitch better in target field, but he does struggle a little bit to both lefties and righties. For both-handed, it is above 280 average, above 1.40 whip, but his expected numbers show some upside and some promise. So I'm going to be going with the Twins here on the money line, and I'm going to highly encourage the over 8.5. So my favorite play here is the total runs over 8.5. And then the secondary play will be the Minnesota Twins on the money line. At Kauffman Stadium here, we have the New York Yankees 45-21 going up against the Kansas City Royals 39-27. Looking at the current odds right now, we have road favorite New York Yankees here. The question is, will they be with Juan Soto or without? We are not 100% sure if he's going to be able to play in this game here. But Yankees minus 135 and the Royals on the comeback at a plus 110. The total runs are set at 8.5. All right. Public bet percentage, 79% of the bets coming in on the Yankees, but 100% of the money all over the Yankees as well. So public and sharp all over the Yankees so far in this particular matchup here when you got the Royals as home dogs. Okay, that's very interesting because this is one of the better teams at home this year, 24-11. All right. For the total runs, 88% of the bets, 81% of the money towards the over. We have fantastic starting pitching matchup here. Carlos Rodon, 8-2 with 3.08 ERA, going up against Seth Lugo, former New York Met, 9-1 with a 2.13 ERA. For Carlos Rodon, he has been solid this year, doesn't allow many hits, but has a little bit of an issue when it comes to home runs to righties. He's already given up 10 this season. So he's given up a lot of home runs to right-handed at-bats. That means Maikel Garcia, the young stud, Bobby Witt, Salvador Perez, Hunter Renfroe. These type of bats here are in a perfect spot to attack Carlos Rodon in this game here. Seth Lugo has been a stud in this rotation other than Cole Reagans as well. And I don't see any blemishes here that alarm me going up against this Yankees lineup. So I think this is a perfect spot here. Looking at the public bet percentage here to fade the public, we're going to take the Kansas City Royals. Love them on the money line. If you want to play it safe, go ahead and take that run spread at a plus 1.5. It is at a minus 155. That is a phenomenal price. And for the total over or under, I'm going to lean towards the under 8.5. In American Family Fields here, Toronto Blue Jays are on the road, 32-33, going up against the Milwaukee Brewers, 38-27. Looking at the current odds right now, we have the road favorite here, Toronto Blue Jays minus 105 with the comeback of the Milwaukee Brewers at a minus 115. Run spread, obviously 1.5, in the total runs at 8.5. For the public bet percentage here, 57% of the bets on the Brewers, but 92% of the money. All right, so sharps and public are seeing the side of the Milwaukee Brewers here at home. For the total runs, 80% of the bets, 74% of the money towards the over 8.5. The starting pitching matchup here, Jose Barrios 5-4, 2.80 ERA, going up against Colin Rea, 4-2 with a 3.53 ERA. Jose Barrios has home run splits here at home. He pitches much better, 1.82 ERA. On the road, it's a little bit higher, 3.76 ERA. On the road, he is giving up a lot of power to lefties with a 1.59 home run per nine, and he's giving up a lot of hits to righties with a 282 batting average and a 323 BABIP. So Struggles with power against lefties, struggles with hits with righties. That's not a great concoction there, but he is making it work with his pitch selection that he has right now. His ERA isn't ballooned too much, but it is something to look at when you're looking at specific matchups. All right, for the Brewers, Colin Reyes solid versus righties. The lefty issue, but he should only see 3 lefties in this Toronto Blue Jays lineup. In this particular game, I'm leaning towards the under 8.5. I'm going to be a little bit contrarian here. I think this is a little bit of a pitcher's duel. I wasn't too alarmed from the road splits of Jose Barrios because I know the type of pitcher he is. And Colin Reyes has shown very good numbers so far this season. The winner in this one in particular, I'm going to go with the plus 1.5 with the Brewers at home, all right? I think that's a little bit of the better side here. It can't fully take the money line. I'll just stick with the run spread. Next up in T-Mobile Park here, Seattle Mariners 37-30 going up against the Chicago White Sox 17-49. Absolutely putrid record here. Looking at the odds, Mariners are big favorites, minus 250 on the money line with the comeback of the Chicago White Sox at a plus 190. The total runs are set at 7. For the full public bet percentage here, 88% of the bets coming in on the Mariners, but 68% of the money coming in on Mariners. So a little bit of drop there. Some people are thinking that the White Sox is in a very sneaky spot on the road. For the total runs, 94% of the bets, 95% of the money towards the over 7 runs in this matchup here. Starting pitching, Eric Fetty, 4-1 with a 3.27 ERA, going up against their stud Logan Gilbert, 3-4 with a 3.12 ERA. All right, for Eric Fetty, he has astronomical home road splits. It doesn't make sense because he's not a good pitcher at all. So at home, he has a 0.95 ERA, but on the road, he's a totally different pitcher. No, he's not a totally different pitcher. He's the pitcher he's supposed to be with a 5.70 road ERA. So that's the Eric Fetty that I know from the Washington Nationals. That's what I expect from him. Right now, he's giving up power to lefties. He's giving up a ton of hits to righties. Very similar to Jose Barrios, but worse. Absolutely worse. It's to the extreme. So for his career, this is a 5.00 ERA pitcher here in Eric Fetty. He is not good, but when you do catch him at home, he has been pitching a little bit better. Logan Gilbert on the other side is one of the aces of the Seattle Mariners. He has a low average, whip, and BABIP, but it's a little bit of a small issue, giving up a tiny bit of power to right-handed bats. And looking at the BVP, he has given up 5 home runs to White Sox hitters as well. So in this particular spot here, I think it's too much. I see the Eric Fetty's bad on the road. Plus, you got the Mariners in a very good spot and their ace on the mound. Give me them on the money line at a minus 250. Give me the run spread at a minus 1.5. And give me the over 7 runs here. I think they'll be able to score a ton of runs on the Chicago White Sox pitcher and bullpen as well. Next up in Petco Park here, Oakland A's 26-41 going up against the San Diego Padres 34-35. Looking at the current odds, Padres home favorites minus 210 on the money line with the comeback of the Athletics at a plus 170. Total runs are set at 7. For the starting pitching matchup here, because there are no public bet percentage as of right now because it is early. We have Joey Estes here, 2-1 with a 4.67 ERA, going up against Dylan Cease, 5-5 with a 3.51 ERA. All right. So Joey Estes here pitched well versus the Mariners, but has a lot of question marks. He allowed 12 runs against the Astros and Rockies a couple starts ago. Overall, his body of work, he is getting lit up by left-handed hitting, and the Padres will have 5 lefties that he's going to have to contend with. All right. For Dylan Cease, he's been very good with his new team here in the Padres. Dominates righties, and we'll see 6 righties in this lineup here. A 34% K rate, a .89 home run per 9, a 169 batting average, a .80 whip, and a 2.65 xFIP. He's been absolutely phenomenal. I love the Padres in the spot here. This is another money line Padres run spread Padres and give me the under 7 in here. I'm going to be going to, there's no public bet percentage, but give me the under 7 in this game as well. Last but not least, here in Oracle Park, San Francisco Giants 32-34 are going to be against the Houston Astros 30-35. Astros are road favorites here. People are continuing to go to the well with these Houston Astros, and they tend to let people down. They just gave up in the 9th inning 2 runs to lose against the LA Angels there. And now they're in a spot here, road favorites, minus 120 on the money line, with the comeback of the Giants at a plus 100. The total runs are set at 8. All right, the no public bet percentage as of right now, because it is early. So Spencer Arrighetti here, starting pitcher for the Astros, 3-5 with a 5.79 ERA, going up against Kyle Harrison, 4-3 with a 4.18 ERA. All right. Now, you're looking at Arrighetti's ERA. I told you this the last time he pitched. He has been improving each and every start, okay? So, despite the fact he had a horrible beginning with over a 20 ERA, he has gradually worked it down, and he's currently at 5.79. He's going to get better when you're going throughout this whole entire season here. I like the strikeout stuff. He's very consistent, and his K per 9 is over 10. It's a 10.61 K per 9, so he has the strikeout stuff. He's just trying to get everything under control here in the majors. Kyle Harrison, on the other hand, a little bit of a question mark. Average pitcher, but has success striking out lefties. But the Astros literally have like 1 or 2 lefties, Jordan Alvarez and one other hitter. He's going to see mostly right-handed at-bats here. And the Astros on that other part there are top 10 against left-handed pitching, and Kyle Harrison is left-handed here. This is a spot that Astros should tattoo the Giants here. I'm going to lean with the money line of the Astros, and if I'm going with the total of 8, I'm going to lean towards the over, okay? I do expect runs to be given up by Kyle Harrison and a few runs to be given up by Spencer Arrighetti as well. So, matter of fact, the safest bet, give me the over 8 as my number 1, and number 2 we're going to put under Astros on the money line. So those are going to be our selections for Monday. Let me know in that comment section down below, what are your plays for the Monday slate? That'll be definitely a big debate down below. If you want to sign up for the premium plays, you go towards that link for Patreon as well down below and join the community, and I'll be back with another video very soon. All right, peace out.